There are not many clocks around the world that are instantly recognisable or a notable landmark. But this one is special. It is Big Ben in London. How many clocks do we know that make the news when they stop?
For nearly 150 years, the chimes of Big Ben have been a constant and comforting reminder of British life ongoing. But now, for the next month at least, Big Ben is clocking off.
The clock tower, better known as Big Ben, owes its existence to an 1834 fire that destroyed most of the Palace of Westminster. A commission was set up to choose a new palace design, which attracted 97 submissions. Among them was Charles Barry's entry, incorporating a clock tower designed by Augustus Pugin. Barry's design was selected and the clock swung into action in 1859.
8 o'clock and Big Ben's final chimes. For the next 6 weeks or so, this London landmark will fall silent as engineers begin replacing parts of the clock's giant mechanism, parts that have remained in place since it was first completed in 1859.
Big Ben is the name given to the main bell housed in the tower. The current bell is actually the second bell, after the first cracked while being tested in 1856. The second bell was cast in London's Whitechapel Bell Foundry. In October 1858, the bell was pulled 200 feet up the clock tower's belfry, a feat that took 18 hours. The bell weighs 13.5 tonnes and the hammer weighs 200 kilograms. Gothic revival in style, the clock tower's height is 96 metres and it takes 393 steps to climb from the ground to the belfry.
We're going to be replacing the bearings on the strike train, which is the barrel that actually chimes Big Ben itself, and the going train, which controls the clock. Now, that's quite big in itself, but we're also going to be doing work on the hand and the face.
To keep the clock accurate, there is a double three-legged gravity escapement mechanism. It beats every 2 seconds and has kept remarkably good time for nearly 150 years. In that time, the longest time the clock has stopped was for 5 months in 1956. In 1848, the Astronomer Royal, Sir George Airy, and barrister Edmund Denison, who was an amateur watchmaker, took charge of designing the great clock. Clockmaker Edward Dent had the job of building it. Big Ben first rang in July 1859, but again the bell cracked in the following September. However, this time the bell was simply rotated, so the hammer didn't strike the crack. It remains in operation to this day. Cleaning the face is not a job for the faint-hearted. As the hands are spun forward to 12 o'clock, a team of specialist abseilers descend to what amounts to one of the biggest facelifts in history. Washing down the 312 pieces of opaque glass which comprise each face is a mammoth task. The project is the final phase in anticipation of the great clock's 150th anniversary in 2009.
But of course, it's also not only a national icon, but it's an international icon. For the older generation, it's still remembered for the war, of course, where it continued striking and chiming, even with the bombs dropping. And I believe it's the third most recognised landmark in the entire world.
No one knows the exact origins of the name Big Ben, but the most popular theory is that the bell was named after Sir Benjamin Hall, the first Commissioner of Works and a tall man known in the House of Commons as Big Ben. Another theory of how the bell got its name is that it was given the nickname of a champion heavyweight boxer of the time called Ben Court. He fought his last fight in 1857.